Yeah. I gotta adjust some settings on YouTube. I think there's something in there where it's like it's been popping up telling me that I need to go to bed. I don't know if it thinks I'm a child or something. Is there a child setting on YouTube? I don't know. Gonna have to take a look at it, but I think I just lost everybody. Anyways, we're at 10 o'clock p.m. anyways. That's about the end of the stream. So, and I lost everybody on the tube. That's very annoying. Okay, well now I know I need to go change that. I've never done that before. YouTube kicked me out. Did I say something? Yeah, Brian, it's not you. YouTube just ended my live stream. I think that they have some like child setting on here for me because it said you need a break. And then it said 10 o'clock is your bedtime or something like that. Something rude and weird. So I'm not going to go too much longer. I just didn't want to just like cut off the live stream. Just kind of disappeared. So I forgot what I was talking about. Brian, I was talking about your tip and that you might have accidentally sent it, but then you realized that you did not accidentally send it. And then you said that you would something like die of shame before you asked for a gift back. And yes, I feel the same way. And then I was going to tell a story real quick about this guy that was messaging me on Instagram, little pipsqueak, and he was asking for all this stuff, had not sent a tribute or anything. He's asking me for selfies and like other stuff, and I was like, what? No. And he sends me a $10 coffee send. Okay. And then eventually sends me another, so he sends me a grand total of like $20. And he was asking me for content and selfies and like all this stuff. And he was very rude. And then what he was doing is he would like end the conversation, he would block me. And then like the next day he would unblock me and message me again. And this went on for like 2 or 3 days. And finally I just blocked him because I got annoyed. That was just rude. That was rude. And then it was on a platform I haven't used yet. And I got an email saying that I had to like log in to access the money or whatever. And I was busy and I forgot. So then when I finally logged in, it had canceled the payments, which was only $20, so I don't care. So he got his money back, which, you know what? I'm glad because I'm not like begging for scraps here. And as far as I'm concerned with financial domination, it is a privilege for you to be able to send to me. And if somebody annoys me, I don't want your money. I don't want your money. If you're going to be annoying, then you can just not interact with me at all and go somewhere else. That's how I feel. I don't want your money. Yeah. I don't care that much. Make my own money. I don't need yours. And if you're going to be annoying, that's more trouble than it's worth. Amen. Yeah, this guy had issues. I mean, he clearly had like a findom addiction, because just like the way he was talking about it and like the going back and forth, and he was really struggling with like wanting to send more and stuff like that, or supposedly. But yeah, he was a weird dude. He was a weird dude. Very annoying. Coach says, "Hey goddess, hope this doesn't sound weird, but I look up to you." I don't think that's weird at all. I'm flattered, and I would say that I think I'm a good person to look up to. I don't think that sounds weird at all. And I think that's a very lovely compliment. Thank you for that. And Timmy is back supporting me. Thank you for that. Yes, Brian, YouTube gave me a curfew. It's never done that before. I've gone past 10 before, so I don't know. But it has been lately, like when I'm not live streaming, just randomly it'll pop up and say like 10:04, be like, it's getting kind of late, isn't it? Like trying to kick me off YouTube. And I'm like, what? You don't tell me when to go to bed? Like, what the heck is this? Does it do that to anybody else? I don't think I changed any settings in my phone. Very, very strange. Does YouTube give anybody else a curfew? No, Violet, it was not your end. YouTube cut me off. They want me to go to sleep. No, I don't know if you had trouble with connection. No, YouTube cut me off all of a sudden. That's what happened. Jerry Brown, hello, sir. Absolute class, your amazing goddess, worthy of subscription. Thank you, sir. Maybe you subscribed a while ago because you're not one of the new subscribers. I just checked. Hair, weird hair sticking up right there. Okay, where are we? Lucy says, oh my, that's so rude and disrespectful to annoy a beautiful goddess like you. I concur. Coach says, I have a cherry Dr. Pepper addiction. That does not sound healthy. I hope you don't end up with kidney stones. Ben, hello to you. Mike says, do you have any Halloween decorations outside your house? Not currently. I have a couple. They're sitting over there. Nothing crazy. I would at some point like to go and buy some fun inflatable stuff and that kind of thing. But I have like little skeleton arms that go down into the ground and like a tombstone and that kind of thing. I don't decorate the outside too much. Like I said, with the hurricanes, you know, this is still hurricane season. So it's like you put it up and then what, you got to go take it down like a few days later. I also have lawn people that come. So when they come, I'd have to like take the stuff down and then put it back up. So it's more trouble than it's worth. I just have the indoor stuff that was very scary for some of you. The body parts hanging from the top of my truss. Okay, I'm gonna get to a couple more comments. We're going over now since I just didn't want to leave you all hanging since I got cut off, rudely cut off. Jerry says, apologies, goddess, I understand how people can go down rabbit hole with kinks, but it is our responsibility to work on our inner, to be a better man. Love your presentations. Thank you for that. That's lovely. That's lovely. Viola, internet's getting full BS, asking if I'm an adult. You know what? It's funny you mentioned that because I was just thinking about earlier, like how hard it's getting to, I mean, to build a profile doing any kind of, well, SW, I'm going to say, but so I've had my Instagram, how long have I had that Instagram? Probably about 15 years. I've had that Instagram for a very long time. And most of it's pole dancing because I started posting when Instagram first came out. I had just started doing pole dancing and I was excited about the stuff I could do. So I started posting and then, you know, eventually I opened my own studio and then I started doing these pole challenges where you would do like a different combo or a different move and doing all these different challenges. So I started getting this following from all over the world. I had girls from like Italy and just all different kinds of countries following me on Instagram. UK, a lot of girls from UK, Australia. And it was awesome because it was a way that it was a whole community that you could interact with over Instagram, and there were no really restrictions until Facebook took over, and that changed everything. They started banning all these hashtags. They started taking videos down, all the music copyright stuff. So it got to a point where I couldn't run challenges. They kept removing all the hashtags or shadow banning all the hashtags. My views and likes dropped drastically. I used to have like 17,000 followers. I think I'm down to like 12 or 13 at this point. And it's just, you know, besides Instagram, and there's, you know, TikTok. I've had, I don't know, 5 TikTok accounts, and I would say my stuff's pretty mild. I'm not getting nude. I don't, you know, even my pole dancing, like, I'm not showing anything crazy. You know, I wouldn't say it's like overly sexual or anything like that. But I've been banned off TikTok a few times to the point where I'm not even really trying to grow that channel anymore because it just gets banned at 3,500 followers every time. So it's just really frustrating. And, you know, I do worry about how long I will last on YouTube. That's why I try to be really careful about what I'm saying and posting because I don't want to upset the algorithm, and I know that YouTube will just randomly delete channels with no warning. So it's just frustrating. So I just try to be on as many different platforms as possible. But it is really frustrating to work really hard to make videos and post and comment and build your brand, and then just to have it completely erased. Very frustrating. The censorship, that kind of thing has gotten very, very annoying. So that was my tangent about that. PD is back. Hello. Violet says, we really have to respect each other and protect our rights. Yes, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. When people at the top can just be pressured to do something, and then that changes things for everybody. Coach is talking about Dr. Cherry Pepper, and PD says, I think if I want to get addicted to some drink, it would be Goddess Fiore's foot bath water. Mike likes my roleplay videos. I'm very strict and seem very powerful. I am powerful. And you know what? You know what I really used to pull out that mean face? You've seen my mean face in my videos. You know how firm I can be. That's what makes me so good at working with children. I put that face on, they don't mess around. When I get that look, they stop what they're doing and they listen. I don't have to spank nobody. Well, maybe somebody. Okay. Brian says, I think the platforms want you to post content that's suitable for a kindergartner. Basically. PDCs, are you more active on LF? We slaves can move to LF. Yes, I am actually also live streaming there right now. And I don't know if you were here earlier, but I basically said that all my roleplay videos will be posted to LF and OF before they get posted here. Just so you're saying, just so you know. Coach says, we love Goddess Fiore. She is our goddess. We will serve her till the end. I feel like I have a whole army here. It's nice. AG, oh my, let me take you off of here and spend. How about you just spend right here, my friend? You don't need to take me off anywhere. Plus, I would get banned off the platform for doing that, friend. You can't even suggest that, but you can pay me here. SMCA says, any advice for, I'm going to say, being locked at work? I'm not going to give you personal advice. I don't recognize your name. I don't think you've joined me in any of my live streams before. If you would like to serve me and ask questions like that, you are welcome to message me on X. That would be my response to that. Here is a lovely individual. Professor Plum from the Clue Game says, Goddess, I beg for permission to enter the room. That's lovely. I hope you're all taking notes. Yes, Professor Plum. But did you come from the library or the study? The dining room? Where were you? Did you have the rope, the wrench? We're watching you. Moving along. PD says, Goddess, I was wondering if you use one device to stream the live stream and another device to read the comments, you can probably get that slaves kneeling before you POV. Stream. I'm not sure what you mean. Use one device to stream and another device to read the comments. Oh, I see what you're saying, from like the ground. Yeah, see, okay, here's the problem. Let me tell you what the problem is. I have an old ass computer that I cannot download OBS, which is the multi-streaming platform. So if I have OBS, I can multi-stream all the platforms that I want to stream at one time. So if I was able to do that, then I could read the comments on my phone and then just live stream everything on one device. But alas, my old ass computer does not support OBS. So we are on an iPad, a computer, and a phone. Yes. That's my setup right now. So the lesson here is to go contribute to my new computer fund. Right? Seems reasonable. Yes. And I believe Mr. Brian already did that because he's a good boy. The rest of you are frickin' worthless. Yeah. You and you. You guys are all worthless because you have not done as I instructed you to do. Okay, now we have gone way over the time since YouTube cut me off. So I'm going to leave it at that with me berating you. And most of you probably enjoy it. And for those of you that don't, then just close your ears. Now, I will be back live on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I do most of my posting on X, so I would suggest that you're following me there. Adore Fiore is the X name. Locktober's coming up. Figure it out. I've given you options. You know what to do. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye. Good day.